which one's up next? I suppose it's whichever one I manage to get this thing to land on, right? So, let's see. Oh no, not that one. We've already been there. We've already been to that one too. Hold on, I heard a ding. I thought I heard a ding. This is a hard-to-use mechanism. With our shaky, bony hands. Okay, here we go. I think this one is, Jupiter. Ah, out in the mountains. Is this some sort of military base? And there's the Jupiter-shaped teleporter. I see the great brown spot exists even in this timeline's Jupiter. In any case, we better get out of here. We're gonna die of, the cold out here. What is this place? That's an odd-looking... Well, actually, we keep encountering spheres. Or, I guess I could call it a bolus again. Number 1. Oh, is this tower have... Well, it is a tower, it's very tall. Is there like a huge sphere marking each floor? If so, that's rather peculiar. Doesn't seem like the most efficient way to do it. But I guess the cold doesn't bother us, we are disembodied after all. So there's the lift. But what else is there in here? Well, clearly fluorescent lights. Another abandoned building though, huh? Holy... This place is bloody. And of course, there appear to be human heads on the table. I mentioned that there was a scene that somebody said was the most terrifying thing to them. And we found it. Psychotic. Pacifist. And here is a brain that's been marked out. Medicine is clearly a lot less developed here than it is in our world. This man was a genius, and this man was an amnesiac. It just goes to show they all look very similar, don't they? But what was going on in their heads was very different. I guess the question is, how did he get these heads? I'm going to assume they were just taken from cadavers. And then we have this one where a head is missing. I think the answer to that one is a clear yes. I don't blame us for not wanting to pick up one of these heads and put it on this thing. This spike on it there must be like that on all of these. It goes right up to the brain. And this would input electric pulses that would probably cause the face to twitch a little. What the heck is this thing? Clearly, Sartorius, that's his name, right? Is some kind of scientist, or was. This is a slot for something. This whole place looks very unclean, but that's just how it was back then. What the heck? Okay, so R causes it to pick something out of there, and A causes it to pick something out of... Oh, one of these. What is it? I can't tell what that is. Is it an organ? I'm going to say probably, but I can't quite tell for sure. Well, put that one away. I don't know that I have much use for whatever that is. Well, really, I don't know that I have much use for whatever any of these things are. It's a very elaborate mechanism for doing this. Though, I suppose it's really rather simple. It just looks sort of complicated because they never developed a more, say, robotic system to do this. This organ looks identical. I don't think this is of much interest to us right now. The R probably stands for return, right? It actually is on the left side, though. Though they are returning it to the right side, I think. I think that this track runs just from there to here. Or maybe not, because that wouldn't quite make sense. There might be a back room where they input new specimens. And here we have a trunk. More, specimens, I guess. They might be full of blood, or they're probably some sort of alcohol preserving various body parts. Not sure what that is we took. It looked like a safe. But if we need to take it, then I accept we need to take it. Whatever it is, I guess it needs to be refrigerated, or maybe he was just hiding it in there. Oh, can we put it here? No, that wouldn't make any sense. So this thing over here is able to see through stuff, right? Maybe it can see into this thing. I'm not sure what that is. It looks like some kind of stomach, maybe. But what I do see is a code. This video probably won't be uploaded until the very year that's written there, if not later, although it wasn't recorded in that year. So, 2018, eh? I kind of wondering what this is and why it was written on here of all places. I'm beginning to suspect that he might not have been entirely above board. So now we have this combination. I guess this is the combination for whatever is inside this? I guess so. How does it work? 20. And then 18? This is 10, so... 1, 2... Or wait, is that 19? So this is 15, so... The issue is I don't really know how to use one of these, so... 20... 18. It must be the combination for this thing, though, right? Right? It must be. So, what am I missing that would let me open it? It would seem that that isn't the whole combination, then. I suppose even a Sartorius would know better than to just arbitrarily put some kind of... I don't know. The whole code right there on the very item. A diagram of various heads. Oh, I get it. This is like that era when people thought that the shape of people's heads determined their intelligence. Led to a lot of racism, that kind of crap. Not to mention pure quackery. So this is some sort of vial. And this is... Well, what is this thing? I'm not sure, but it somehow strikes me as the creepiest bit of equipment in this room. I understand why this place is this cold and pretty much totally, well, unair-conditioned, or unheated, I should say. They might not have the technology to heat, I don't know, but the main reason, I think, must be because it lets these body parts not rot. So that's the headroom. What's this one? Some sort of storage room, I see. What's this thing, a flashlight? So it is. What the heck? I'm sorry, what? I'm not sure what we just looked at there, but I don't want to see it again. Wait, there's a fan in here? As if it isn't freezing enough. I can't even feel my fingers anymore. Bones. It reminds me of an exhibit that was put up in my hometown once, of actual real human body parts arranged in the shapes they're supposed to be arranged in, so you could see upstanding cadavers with no skin. I never actually went to see it myself. I remember there was a bit of a controversy around it, because supposedly the body parts were from prisoners who were executed. This is from Malvo. Dear good doctor, I find myself getting weaker, and I find I have strange fevers which leave me sweating profusely. At night, I burn as if on fire. I thought I would be ready for death. I have spent my life preparing for the afterlife, but in my heart, I am not prepared. I am ready to do experiments, risky as they may be. My mind is open. Thank you, Doctor. You are truly a misunderstood genius. For the first time in many months, I have hope of a life without pain. Knowing our need for further apprentices, I spoke to Madame Sophia of the Frigid River Branch Conservatory. I believe she is the perfect person to assist us in our quest. So, wait, Francois? Is that Malvo's given name? I guess that in that case, Sartorius and Malvo are the ones who started all this. I cannot sleep. The weight of invention presses upon me. I believe, Doctor, that we have discovered a science, a philosophy, that will relieve us of the blinds of mortality. I think that says blinds. And of our bodies. It is a science that will surely transform the world. Zork will praise this great work. I see. I have to say, you're talking about leaving behind your bodies. I know our bodies give us pain, but as far as I'm concerned, so much of what makes life worth living is dependent on my bodies. What do you think's in all of these? Are they all case studies? Probably some legal documents. The bureaucracy would be inevitable. So send this one down to the lab's beautiful cranium. Is that a man? Where's his penis? Looks like a mannequin. Okay. Oh, Lucian. Status, well, not admitting at this time. So his place of birth, yeah. Previous medical condition was a chronic respiratory statistical virus as an infant. Was hospitalized on 3 occasions prior to 925. Magical conditions or surgeries. Father complains of rebelliousness and cowardice on the part of the subject. Behavior to be closely monitored. Father to be prescribed mild sedative. Well, at least they weren't, giving him a lobotomy or something. I could have seen that going much worse. I really can't even feel my fingers right now. We should probably get out of here. After we snoop through some more files. We're in this not just to help these people, but to get the story of what happened. So here is Zoe Wolf. Pro-Zork? Dizorkpen? Really? In any case, when we first received the patient at the asylum, she was suffering from chronic delusions, phantoms. I see she was a schizophrenic. Her life is hard enough without you people probably screwing her over. But where are they now? Is everyone dead? Did the Nemesis kill all of them? I wouldn't put it past him, if it really is a him. Yeah, that's some, art of somebody probably in a psychotic state. Actually, wait a minute. Gaseous humor is out of balance. Oh. When just the image of gaseous, I was wondering if it was about the Nemesis. Maybe the Nemesis was appearing to people as a hallucination or something. I wouldn't be surprised. Well, I think that's where we appeared. And here's the way to get out. Anyway, this place isn't so bad. You know? Why can't we look around? Okay, I guess we'll close the doors and then go. What? Oh, we're on the next... No, we're still on the same story. What happened? Was it because this wasn't shut? Where, hold on, no, that opened the doors. Oh! Okay, I see. Well, I guess that button's just stuck. I'm not surprised this place is rather run down. There are a lot of stories. And I'm sure the stories within these stories are not going to be anything I really want to hear. Let's start from the bottom. We all grow up from the bottom, don't we? I think the answer is yes. So why can't we move? Do we have to open the doors? Did I just hear somebody crying out? I think I did. It's hard to tell what's a vision and what's really happening. This is a very small room, but it too is lined with cabinets. All stuffed with case studies, you think? I'm not sure how I feel about the fact that a man who owned an asylum was also working with cadavers. Are these the people who died in the asylum? What is this thing? I mean, is it some sort of head chopping machine? Oh my god. I'm a little nervous that it might be. I suppose it is a surgical way of doing it. So you're standing here and you can press buttons. You can imagine this blade slicing down. The guillotine was invented originally as a more humane way of killing people. The old ways were seen as much more sloppy and inefficient and could cause a lot of undue suffering. It was a humane device in its day, or the inventor intended it to be, and let's get out of here. I don't think I want to be here much longer. What? Huh? Hold on, what's going on? Okay, so I shut the doors. And now we can hit the buttons, right? I should certainly think so. Oh, I see. We can only go to the basement or floor 1. Does every button require that little key thing that's on them? If so, well, I guess we know what we're searching for then. Great. Just great. Open the doors. Let's go. So we went to that's the room we came in, and there are 2 other rooms on this story. One of them is that patient case studies room, and the other room is the head room. Now I'm currently thinking, why we would need the head I'm not sure, but I feel like that container we put into this machine right here, I think the head must be in there. So we need to open this container. And now that I look at it, actually, there's a key. Maybe we get the head out there and put in some electrical pulses so it opens its mouth and the key comes out. Or something like that. I guess. But where, oh where, would we find the combination? I know that part of it is there, obviously, but where's the other part of it? All that screaming and crying we're hearing doesn't fill me up with much hope that these people were really cadavers. Wait, hold on. What's this one? It's just a drawer. Why are we looking at this? Well, that was odd. Oh wait, we can look at a lot of them. What about this one? Also contains nothing. I mean, okay, sure. So let's go to this drawer. There's gotta be something in some of them. So, you don't think he was really just running an asylum for the mentally ill and just killing them, do you? I mean, no, that would be... Oh, hey! It's the cadaver he showed earlier. Oh, wait a minute, this is like a morgue! And yeah, he doesn't appear to have a penis. We're just picking it up? We can just pick up an entire body, really? Well, okay, and I guess we put the body in the head chopping machine. Yeah. It's not like he's gonna need that head of his much anymore. Right? Of course not. Now, how does this thing work? Well, let's go get our head. So what, it just dumped the body out? Ugh. Well, we'll take this severed head. You see, it's one thing if he's experimenting on cadavers. Now, I understand that a lot of early medicine really did get its start with things like grave robbing, and sometimes really, really unscrupulous people just murdering, random people to give to the medical schools for dissection. But, no, Sartorius couldn't have been systematically killing people like this. He couldn't have been going that far. And what are those noises? You see, I'm just never sure of what's real and what's sort of real. I mean, it's not false per se, but just in our head. Like, we clearly have visions and that sort of stuff, right? Okay, head. Here you go. Well, he even had them all shaved so they're like identical to each other. Make them as inhuman as possible.
Reminds me of a joke. Knock, knock. Who's there? Oh? There's somebody there. What is this, some kind of a joke? A joke! What were we talking about? Hey. Do I know you?
Oh my god. They can talk? I suppose the vocal cords are still attached, or I guess it could be something inside this mechanism. Well, I have to say, Sartorius, if you could get a dead body to do this, you're practically able to resurrect the dead. Forget alchemy, you were on the way to doing it without it. I would have thought the cells by now would be so frozen that the thawing ice would leave them too damaged to function, but I guess he found the way. I'm sorry to do this to you.
Heads are parts of bodies. I am a head. Thus, it would be only logical to conclude that I must be part of a body. I must also infer that a different part of my brain must be feeling rather, concerned about this issue right now.
It's gruesomely ridiculous. I'm sorry, man. You were already dead when I got here. I didn't realize we could undo this. Or actually, hold on, of course we can. We're making the Philosopher's Stone. We're gonna bring back, Lucian and Alexandria. We can save you guys too, right? I mean, their bodies were presumably mutilated by the Nemesis. So, if we could bring them back, we could bring anybody back. Nobody has to die anymore, right? Okay, hold on. This changes everything. I didn't even think about this. We're solving death. We're going to be the most important people in history. Don't worry, we'll solve everything. We'll fix everything. We will, you'll see.
Guy was scheduled for a lobotomy. He wanted out, stole a key. How crazy is that? God's caught him. Strip search time. He did the only thing he could do. Works for me.
It's his stomach with a key in it, but
God, you're beautiful. Come in a little closer, okay? I think I love you. Let me tell you a little secret. 36, 24, 36.
36, 24, 36. I'm going to assume that's the rest of the combination, but as for how you know it, it's beyond me. This old place is creaking like crazy.
Come on, right here. You want a piece of me right here, right now? I'll chew your freaking face off.
I see. They're able to, these buttons send electrical pulses to different parts of the brain. So, to stimulate, like, that element of their personality, as charted out here, right? So we just, for example, opened up sex and aggression and that kind of stuff. But hold on, if this guy's a pacifist, does that mean they considered pacifism a mental illness? Or was this one really just a medical cadaver? I'm gonna assume it's the medical cadaver. Give me this one at least. So. The password then is 2018 36 24 36. So, 20, or 20, 1, 2, 3, 18, 36. 35, 36, and then 24. 36, right? Yeah, I think so. So 30, 35, 36. It didn't open. You don't tell... This doesn't have to be pixel perfect, does it? It does, doesn't it? Of all the things to be the source of... You see, this wouldn't be hard in real life, you know? But here it has to be a nightmare.
Though it's hardly the only nightmare I've seen in this place.
Or though, I guess we didn't see if the combination would work the other way. So maybe instead of 2018, 36, 24, 36, maybe it's 36, 24, 36, 2018. There we go. So that was the combination, huh? Now, normally I wouldn't just reach in and grab this, but I'm pretty sure we are a ghost. Oh, we didn't actually just grab it, we grabbed the container. As we should. So... I think that this thing has the guy's stomach in it because he swallowed the key. Which once again raises the question of how he knew... Oh boy, of how he knew what the combination was. It almost makes you wonder if they cut out his stomach while he was alive. There we go. Well, that was rather sloppy. It just, I mean, you saw that some of that fell on the floor. Did it just, like, dissolve his stomach? In any case, it's an effective machine. And I guess now we're going to the next story, right? How many more to go? What, like 17? Something like that. Goodbye, oh heads. But I guess I shouldn't get ahead of myself. I gotta keep my head in the game. We don't have much of a head start on the Nemesis. Wait, what? It doesn't work with the second floor? Which floor then? Oh, only the 19th floor and 20th floor, huh? Yeah, I guess so. Or the 20th specifically. Okay, fine. Let's see what they have in store for us there. I guess we don't care to investigate the other stories. We definitely have some kind of clairvoyance, I think. We have visions, we know what's going to help us. Sometimes we say, we won't bother even checking on this area. Or maybe the key only fits into some of the slots. So like this key only fits into this slot and wouldn't have fit if we had, say, tried to put it in the 7th story slot. Every floor is full of the kind of stuff we've already seen, isn't it? Yeah, it is. Let's see what this one's gonna be full of. Yeah, gotta unlock the door. Or, gotta open the door. The 20th story, huh? Not many doors up here. Specifically, there's only one. Or, wait, there's more than one. This isn't a door, right? What the hell? It's like pulsating. Is this door alive? In any case, I don't want to be in front of it. It looks like it's about to burst off its hinges. What the hell was going on there? It didn't look like there was, say, somebody inside or something inside beating on it. No, it just looked like it was throbbing like it was an organ. In particular, a heart. Well, let's not go that way then. Here's an open door. Did I just hear a voice? I swear we're practically schizophrenics ourselves. Although, no we're not, we're just gifted. Our visions show us what happened in the past. We're not crazy, the voices in our head are true, okay? They're true. Was this some sort of, well, dissection room in all likelihood? Am I wrong? Were these not medical cadavers? Did they really just send mentally ill people here to be slaughtered like pigs? I mean, the pigs don't deserve it either, but for God's sake, these are people.
You don't look so good. You're here for a treatment, aren't you?
No.
I'm sorry you're not on the schedule. You'll have to wait in the waiting room.
You're not holding anything.
Okay, that's long enough. I'm Dr. Sartorius. And I'll give you a treatment you'll never forget. Sit. Sit down!
No.
I'll get things ready.
I see. There's a mentally ill person. You know, given the way she's dressed, because that was not Dr. Sartorius, she must be freezing. We're in well, I don't know if we're in the Arctic or not, but we're certainly not somewhere where you should be dressed like she's dressed. Anyway, what the hell is this thing?
Brace
What the
yourself.
hell?
It's looking glass time.
Oh, crap. Well, bye. Not how I expected to die. I guess I should have recognized it as a chair, huh? Hello? Ma'am? Where are you, ma'am? I don't feel so good, ma'am. What is this? I feel like we're like that door now. In fact, I bet we are like that door. Door? Where are you, my throbby door? The whole world's like you now. Is that it? Did we pass it by? Oh, look, it's a fuse box, but we don't want to play with that. Mom taught us better. Wait a minute. Oh, this is just the same room. This is no good. Let's go back out here. Where's the... Well, there's the way out of here. Let's go over there. I don't want to be here. There are dead people all over the place here. I don't want to be like them. I want to be cool. Oh, wait, hey, look, there's the other door. Oh, it wore off. Okay. I'm not surprised it didn't kill us, since I'm pretty sure we're already dead. Since we're a ghost. But then again, how exactly did the thadium kill us then? Well, let's go back to that door and actually open it. Where's the door? I could have sworn it was right where we are right now. Yeah, see, I think that's it right there. But I don't see it. I guess it worked. Oh wait, no, there it is. That was very colorful. What the hell? So what was the door? I mean, I'm pretty sure we're off whatever high that was. Well, I guess we're in here, though. What is this? Well, clearly it's another lift. But it doesn't go to any particular floor? Just up or down, huh? Let's go down. No? Let's go up. Okay. We don't need the key. Or I guess the key is already, the slot's already been set to on, right? Huh? What was that? I'm no longer so confident everything here is dead, and that's what worries me. I mean, I wish that there was nobody dead, but given what we know, given what we've seen of the one living person here, she has obviously not been given the caring environment she needs to recover. Well, some scientific equipment, some flasks, some mortar and pestle. Not surprised to see an alchemist with these kinds of things, although mortar and pestles for me are more a kitchen item. And there's the man himself. Like a lot of monsters, you wouldn't know it by looking at him. Just let him freeze to death as they're chained up in iron cages, and then make their heads pop, make their consciousnesses pop back into existence for a moment with your electrical equipment. How did you justify it to yourself, Sartorius? It was a magical surgery. I wouldn't want a surgeon to say that about something they did, as a surgery they did, for more than 2 reasons. Magic no longer interests me. The Enchanters Guild now seems, concerned only with power and money. Alchemy, the chance to solve the great mystery of the universe, is all I can think of now. There is so much suffering, so much pain and death. My father's science leaves much work to be done, but I will find the Philosopher's Stone and prove his name within the mocking circles of science. I get it. The mainstream scientific community rejected him. I'm very baffled that in a setting where magic is an accepted thing that exists, it's not in the same category as science, because surely magic is just another phenomenon. And as all phenomena, science exists to study it. I mean, there surely would be some kind of scientific study of magic. There wouldn't be a separate magic. If there was a philosophy of science that apparently exists, which there must be, given that they're talking about it here. So this is in 924, so several years later. I'm frustrated. I've devoted my career to completing my father's quest, but now realize that one man cannot find the alchemical secret alone. Each element requires absolute mastery. Each metal requires absolute mastery. Each metal requires its own adept. I must enlist others in my search, but I must take care. Alchemy draws vain fools in search of common gold, and I must seek out only my more enlightened brothers. I don't know, 20th, 929. So he's been doing this for years. He's pretty much his life's work. Every day I get closer to the truth. The others all want the elixir, each for his own mundane reason. I, on the other hand, search for the final spiritual truth. One day soon, I will possess the secret of eternal life, the quintessence. I will have perfect knowledge enough to halt the growing evil that threatens us. This is powerful magic, and there is a powerful resistance, but we must not let it stop our work. And then, in the same year this time, are we opening to random pages? I guess? Well, we're probably a clairvoyant ghost who just knows where to go anyway. October 20th, 929. The 5th essence is the quintessence. The elixir of life, the Philosopher's Stone. Alchemist fools throughout the centuries have looked at metals, vapors, and gases. And love! What rot! It is none of this. It is blood. This much my father knew. The blood. The essence of innocence. But where does this blood exist? How does one distill its purity? I am surrounded by blood every day, the split blood of the suffering, yet the answers elude me. I am a disappointment. Did he torture people to get their blood out of them? The blood of the suffering? You're a real waste of skin, you know that, Sartorius? I can't believe I saved this guy. Don't get me wrong, he doesn't deserve to suffer. He doesn't deserve to have done to him whatever the Nemesis did. But we found him. We found the person who's worse than Cain. I suppose that's just another portrait. What the heck? This is the skull either of a mutant, you know, or some person who was born with a severe defect that probably killed them right away, or it might be the skull of a cyclops. Also, that's a truly cyclopean syringe. Oh, hold on, who is this? I don't think that's the same guy. It could be him when he's younger. So this is a 925, and the stuff we were... wrong one. And what was the date of that other journal? Uh-huh. So, yeah, 924, so it was already after he had been searching for the... No! Get out of here. It was already after he was searching for... What? Well, at least I escaped from there before it triggered again. Dr. Sartorius, it has been called to our attention that you have been practicing unorthodox and unauthorized magic, as you... Oh, I see. This Enchanters Guild is this powerful organization that has become a significant political force, right? I'm pretty sure the answer is yes. Sophia! I can't believe... Well, I guess I can believe she was writing to him. No matter how, personally one of these people might have done nothing bad, there's no getting around the fact that they were working with Cain and Sophia... Now, I don't know what Sophia was involved in. Probably not much if it was a conservatory that she ran. But they were willingly working with this war criminal and with this amateur Mengele kind of guy. Dr. Sartorius, I understand you're still perfecting the science of the ritual, but we must act now. If we do not, the quintessence will slip through our fingers. I know he has threatened even you, haunting the asylum. Our work must be completed at the Temple of the Ancients. Write, and I will arrange to meet you there. Soon, Doctor. Sophia. Is the Temple of the Ancients that place where we began? Where we locked the gate behind us? Or perhaps we flew in and the gate was already locked? Dear Dr. Fabian? Open your puny mind. Madness is a disease, not a state of mind. I see that every day in my patients. Forgotten waifs who have only me to defend them, and defend them I shall. Like any disease, if madness can be studied, it can be cured. How can I cure the body of disease if I'm forbidden to open the body to study it? If I am denied funding for x-rays and medication and a staff of physicians, my asylum should be a place of progress, not the final resting place for the damned. Sartorius' handwriting, I think, has gotten worse. Also, hold on. Wait a minute. This means he was actually advocating for better treatment for the mentally ill? Then maybe these really were just medical cadavers he's been using. I'm gonna hope the answer is yes. Maybe by the standards of the Ukorian Empire, or whatever this country is, this is actually good treatment for the mentally ill. Then again, he wouldn't exactly be telling the truth to these people he wants to fund them, would he? And then again, maybe he's truly delusional enough that he believed that. There are a lot of possibilities, and we lack sufficient data to come to any concrete conclusions. Good doctor, since your cure, my son has kept something of the magic eye. He still sees things that cannot be seen, and for a fortnight he has wept for you day and night. He begged me to write you a warning. There is a great evil waiting for you. You will soon be dead, he cries, the asylum destroyed, your great work unfinished. He fears powers have been disturbed, and the innocent will pay. Good luck, Doctor. May York be with you. SJM. Is that Malvo? It might be. But does that mean he had a son? It probably isn't him. He wouldn't have a... Well, then again, he was married, even though he was some sort of friar. Some sort of abbot, I guess I should say. I'm not sure I want to click this and see what this thing does. But maybe he really was a well-intentioned medical researcher. Don't know what that is. Don't know why I hear wind howling in my ears. Oh, well, it stopped whatever it was. Here we have lots of books. Slide zones by performing extensive testing on the miniature models. His famous bottomographical map of the great underground empire carved out of a single grape led to an appointment as what? Okay, if they carved that out on a grape, I understand why he's the state miniaturist. I mean, wow, that'd be pretty hard. I've heard of people inscribing books onto, or not books, but making elaborate illustrations on, say, grains of rice, but wow. I'm not sure what exactly this is talking about. What it doesn't strike me is too worrying to us. But here, the Blood Alchemist by Sartorius himself. Yes, and so he did have... Wait, a deathbed. Hold on. Was this Malvo who then wrote this in the book? I guess Malvo does have a son then. I now lie on my deathbed. I leave so much work undone. I sense I am close to the truth, yet the quintessence still eludes me. There are rumors of an ancient underground temple, a shrine which has the power to create the Philosopher's Stone. It was created by an engineer named Agrippa, but his work disappeared. You must find it, your loving father. Or wait a minute. Was the Dr. Sartorius in the letter talking about his son, R. Sartorius's father? Because he was carrying on the work of his father, right? So was his father the one who was really trying to improve the standards for the treatment of the mentally ill, and it was his son who has so perverted his legacy? Maybe it has. Maybe it was. Maybe his father was also looking for the Philosopher's Stone. Elements. Darn, it's a completely different notation from the kind that was used in what I guess was the Temple of the Ancients all along. I mean, I guess, right? I guess we're just gonna go with that building we were in, with the planetarium and the corpses, was indeed the Temple of the Ancients. The Temple of the Ancients is in the Forbidden Lands. So, as for the significance of all this, I don't know. But I think that's everything we're gonna get there. What are these? Are these doctorate degrees? Probably. Is this the way we came in? I don't think so. And this is some sort of lunar chart, it looks like. Not sure why we can't look at it. Yeah, this is the way we came in, so this is a different door. What the heck is this place? Well, whatever it is, we're saving. So what is this? This is clearly some sort of holding cell. Yeah, we should not touch this. I guess we need to get the electricity off, but then the keypad probably won't work, right? The issue is, if this is an asylum for the mentally ill, it's clearly not really designed to help them. In which respect, it's like a lot of real-world asylums. Is this an infant's skeleton? The thing is about babies, though, is that their bones are still developing. You know, I wouldn't think it would be this fully preserved, but I'm not a doctor. Not sure what the significance of that was. And, more of these diagrams. I'm kind of confused about what this place, like, is for. What on earth is this room? Just the room where he has body parts on display like this? Electrical pulses will make it, like, twitch a little? Pretty much. Yeah. And here's the way we came in. Well, that's peculiar. Oh, I missed one. Well, speaking of hands... Gnarly. Radical. I have to, I wish this was a little more handy. I hear that noise again. So here we have the infant skeleton. And... oh, a brain! A whole brain! This really just doesn't seem to be the way to preserve them, though. Are they suspended into some kind of alcoholic solution behind the glass? I guess what happened to this asylum then was that there was all this horrible human experimentation going on here. I mean, it really went downhill after what, the Nemesis, or rather after what the younger Sartorius did to this place. But then the Nemesis came and killed almost everybody, including Sartorius, right? Yeah, I think that we shouldn't put anything past the Nemesis, as if that needs saying. Well, what else is there up here? I must be missing something, right? Like, these buttons don't really seem to do anything meaningful. Nothing meaningful, alright. Oh, we can look at the diplomas. Well, this isn't much of a diploma, he's being expelled. Apparently, because he was so smart, he just kinda offended them in a really childish and nasty way. But here, he has got his degree, and is this another degree? It's odd that he'd hang a rejection on the wall, though, or not just a rejection, an expulsion. I guess it's a kind of method of gloating about how he's gone on to greater things despite what the old fools told him. Here's something I missed. We have some books and some microscopes. Books first. Of music in the five notes. I suppose just as there are supposedly 5 elements that will give us the Philosopher's Stone. The embryo, okay, so this is the only one we can look at. I have to say, these are some very stupid, new agey looking books for... Well, then again, he does seem to just torture people. So let's take a look at the mystical conception and creation. With a different word there, I would think it was about Jesus. Yeah, there's the zygote dividing into new cells. Subject to him as he sees the heavens are opened, the angels of York ascending and descending, and bequeathing to this one earth, in perfect conception, the pure birth of the corpus spiritus, the perfect human spirit. The mystical conception can occur but every 7th solstice, when a perfect alignment of the sphere of the fixed stars allows the spheres of the planets, Saturnax, Juperon, Mers, Venus, Hermes, the sphere of the moon, and then the sphere of the 4 elements. The mystical conception, followed by the pure birth, lies fallow without the life lived in harmony with the spheres. I see. So, though perhaps it's also a zygote, this metaphorically represents the elements coming together? I mean, there are the 4... Then again, hold on, Hermes... We only have Saturnax, Juperon, Mers, and Venusnv. Who's Hermes? Well, I'm not sure. Not sure what that book's doing here, or what this darn room is. That's an odd noise. An organism of that size should not be making any noise. Really? What's this noise? Is it us just playing with the microscope's adjust focus switch so it's making lots of squeaky sounds? Well, clearly not, because we can see it in crystal clarity. I think this cell is growing. Or hold on a minute. Wait a minute. Is this an egg? And the next two are the sperms surrounding the egg? I think so. I suppose he was also interested in embryology. That's just great. It looks like that to me, but what's going on here? Shouldn't one of the sperms have broken through or something? What the hell is that sound? Sperms don't make sound. They're way too small to make sound. I don't like this. Well, I guess it's mystical conceptions or whatever, right? And now here's something else. Well, first of all, look at this. This isn't even a bed, it's just a table. The blood is so worn into it, it's almost like rust.
Never. Your child will be conceived in purity.
How?
Miraculously. Divinely. And the child, her destiny will be great. Yes. And your name will be blessed for bringing this child to the great empire. It's time.
Oh, first of all, look at this place. It's like look how high up we are. You could fall to your death here, and this is where you're inseminating some woman? Was that how Alexandria was born? And clearly, Malvo had a hand in this. Malvo was well aware of what this guy was doing. They were all complicit in all of these terrible things. And is there really nothing over here but this? I think the answer is yes. Look, let's get out of here before that woman turns back up. Great, this is just great. And we're no closer to finding any answers. I figured that might be kind of helpful. But no, it wasn't. Nothing happened. Well, I guess I saw some... I don't even want to think what Sartorius was about to do with that huge needle. Hey, hold on. Is this a bed? It is a bed. Did Sartorius sleep in here? With the freezing sub-zero air flowing through these bars onto his body? Don't get me wrong, I like it cold when I sleep too, but even I have standards. I guess it's there in case of emergencies. Although, honestly, with this guy, I think I would almost prefer that... What? Come on! I think I'd almost prefer that he was the victim of something. And I guess he was, wasn't he? So it turns out the solution to this puzzle is not something I would have expected. Although, I guess it kind of makes sense. I guess it's a little cartoony. We need to use this hand on the electric panel, because it's not our hand. So this confirmed they're not suspended in alcohol. I guess they're just frozen. The thing is, the cells wouldn't work if they're frozen. Well, I don't know how this is supposed to work. It seems to me like a terrible idea. The electricity's still gonna get to us, it just has to go through this arm first. What the heck? The hand worked as if it were totally floating in... Huh? I think this confirms that we have some sort of strange special powers. I really think we might be a ghost. In any case, we're clairvoyant or something. Maybe have some form of PSI. This tower just goes higher and higher. But apparently Sartorius put this above the room where he slept, so... Imagine there's something in here. Why can't you climb it? Huh? I'm sorry, what? That's strange. Do one of these other things affect the position of the ladder? Does this? No. Does the brain? Maybe that loud noise we heard earlier was the ladder moving. I could see it, but how did we trigger it? Was it with this? I want to say the answer is yes, but I don't think it is. I don't understand why we can't just jump up there. Look at that, we could probably make it. We could at least try. In fact, why do we need to climb it? We fly up flights of stairs all the time, just fly up there. Well, I guess this isn't gonna get us anywhere. Well, it probably is. It'll probably get us to whatever's at the top of the ladder. Looking up a walkthrough, I can confirm that the ladder should not be up. So I must have put it up somehow. Hey, are you the thing that made the ladder be up? I don't know why the control mechanism would be over there and in the same recesses as one of the exhibits, but it looks like the answer is yes. See, we just flew up the ladder anyway, we didn't climb it. Wow, are we high up. Oh, it's even colder up here. Look at these books. These books are going to be frozen solid. As a person who's frozen books, I can assure you that this doesn't preserve them. Books aren't like vegetables, you know? You can't just freeze them and make them last longer. Alright, we got some equipment here. Okay. This'll freeze solid in a few minutes. Maybe sooner, depending on how cold it is. This looks kind of like that orb with which we got air before. Come to think of it, that is, Juperon's element, isn't it? Air? So I suppose this is another mechanism like, we had earlier. I am admittedly surprised. I'd forgotten that his element was air. It just seems so horrifying to me. I wouldn't have thought to associate all this with air of all things. Well, that didn't do much, did it? Well, hit that, then pull a switch? What about this first? It doesn't seem to be doing much of anything. Are we lifting it higher? I think we might be. It's almost like a balloon or something. Anyway, what else is there in here? Is there really nothing on this shelf? I mean, there must be something on this shelf. The one we can look at, I mean. But what? They just look like a bunch of old books to me, which might contain very valuable information, but it doesn't seem like we're too interested in them. Yeah, I don't think we are. I guess it's just a red herring. Alright, let's go back over here. Let's see. We saw that book earlier with instructions for making tin. I have a feeling that somehow that's what we need to do to create Sartorius's metal. So, given that fluorine is present in this atmosphere, helium raises, oxygen alone is without effect, hydrogen and oxygen burn coolly and create water. What? Huh? I'm sorry? Where's the tin itself we need to purify? Oh, we don't seem to be able to do anything with those things. This is probably frozen solid by now. Huh? Oh! I guess we drained water into these drums? Yeah, they're green now. So... sure, I guess that's helium. It even says helium right there on it, which would explain why it makes this thing rise. Oh. This causes some sort of electrical reaction. But what else do we need? So we have helium, and fluorine. The only thing I see in here is helium. Or hold on. Here we go, hydrogen and oxygen. And where's the fluorine? Is that what this is? But that's the way we came in. I admittedly have very little experience with chemistry, so I'm not entirely sure what fluorine is. I believe it's a gas. But sure, let's try these. Oh, hold on. So oxygen alone is without effect, but hydrogen and oxygen burn coolly to create water. So they're both online. So, do you think earlier when we were dealing with those color-coded elements, they were really just these? Okay, it burns. And helium raises. But what about fluorine? All these other things are apparently predicated on the presence of fluorine in this atmosphere. Okay, a bit of experimentation. Let's see what happens if we just have hydrogen. The same thing. Well, helium and hydrogen. Nothing. Oh, there we go. Oddly enough, that big thing happened just there when there was neither oxygen nor hydrogen. See? That's pretty crazy. And they say they burn coolly and create water. But that's strange. Oh, wait a minute! Did I misunderstand these? So, right now they're both on. Oh, I thought they were on if the switch was turned to the left. Okay, this changes things. Now let's see what happens if we have just hydrogen on. Whoa! Huh? Wait a minute, was that thing in the middle? Oh, that was the tin ore! Okay, there was metal here all along. And now we put them both on because as we just saw, it created water. Or not. Oh, I get it, it's because they're both off now. You think I would have figured that out when I just had my big revelation. And so now it's cool. And is there really the only purpose of the helium to move the dome up so we can grab the metal? I guess so. Get it. Oh wait, it stayed up this time. I'm surprised. Alright, we got your metal. Time is ticking, I guess. I'm not sure about the significance of this eclipse, but we gotta get to the bottom of this before it happens. Fortunately, there's just one more to go. I'm sorry? What was that? Was that how he died? I don't know what the visions this pool of evolution gives us are supposed to be. But I can say, the light shines down again. What do you have to say for yourself here, Sartorius? Huh? What can you say for yourself, huh? Well, maybe these really are medical cadavers and I was just making too big of a deal out of it.
I can smell my laboratory, my asylum. Very good work. What's that? You've learned the truth about Alexandria's conception. You question our methods? That's understandable. The science of alchemy is precise and demanding. So we created a girl whose conception and birth met specified planetary coordinates. She was magical. The most important thing in the world to us. If only we could have saved her from the Nemesis. But, you see, I know the secret to bring us, and Alexandria, and Lucian back to life. There is a chance we can all live again. Find the remaining metals.
There's one metal left, you terrible person. What if he's not, though? I mean, we don't... So, did they, like, force a random mentally ill woman to have a baby, Alexandria? Was that earlier when we saw them and they were looking at the different people in that one room? Was he looking for a woman to have a baby on this specific date? Anyway, I guess that was Juperon. All that's left is Venus, or Venusnv, I guess. We're probably not going to the sun. I guess the sun stands in for the Nemesis, right?
The Nambino is an Antherian percussion instrument that draws its design from the steel shipyard drums of the port of Maba. Its thundering notes amplify as they resonate through the 4 apertures or nams of the drum casing, creating a droning overtone. The miano is a type of Akkadian lyre that has sometimes been employed by conjurers for use in musical incantations, or alternately for line dancing at guild socials.